Good morning to all of you. Once again to class 3. So we have discussed about keyboard. Now we will be discussing about special keys. How to use special keys. Some of the special keys are shift, then caps lock, then tab, then enter key, then space bar key, then delete, backspace. So these are the some of the keys. How these keys function. Now we have to know that these are the keys, but how they are functioning, we have to keep in mind that first of all we'll be discussing about shift key. Shift key, when we are pressing shift key with a letter means A, B, C, D. So if we are pressing shift key with letters, so what it does, it converts, if it is shift plus, if I am saying one example, shift plus I am pressing one letter small a, then it will be converted into capital A. It will be displaying capital A. Or if I am pressing shift plus capital A, so it will be converted into small a. Okay. Shift plus small capital letter will be giving small letter. Shift plus capital letter. If I am saying capital letter is A, so it will be giving small letter. If I am pressing shift plus letter, and letter can be capital letter or small letter. Now if I am pressing shift plus number, and in the number you will be finding that some text are also, symbols are also given. If I am pressing shift plus number, so it will be giving rise to symbols. It will be representing some of the symbols such as at the rate, then modulus is also there. So these are the symbols which are written on the numbers. Second thing is caps lock. Caps lock, when the caps lock key is on, switched on. If I am pressing caps lock key on, means alphabets will be in uppercase. Uppercase means it will be in capital letters. While the alphabets A to Z will be in capital letters. The things which will be written in capital letters. Caps lock is off, means alphabets will be in lowercase. Means the letters will be in small letters. Means for example A, B, C, D. These are small letters up to Z. And in uppercase means capital letters. That will be capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. Tab key. Tab key is, suppose I have written press and then I want to give one space, blank space between the two words. So I have to press tab key. Tab key is press. If cursor is here, if I will be pressing tab key, so it will giving space between the words. So it is used to move the cursor several spaces. So it is moving the cursor. If cursor is here, it will be move to this place. That is the function of tab key, to give space. Enter key. Enter key moves the cursor, if the cursor is here, so it moves the cursor to the next line. Means if we want to go in the next line, we are pressing enter key. So that is defining enter key. Space bar. Space bar is used to move the cursor one step forward or one character forward. If I have to give space, 2 I have written, then I have to give one space. So I have to press space bar key. Then I will be writing delete or move. M I will be writing. So 2, then space key I am pressing, then one space will be left here, then M will be written. So this is the function of space bar key, to give space between the words. Backspace. Backspace is used to delete something. If I have to delete T, so I will be pressing one backspace. So this T will be deleted. If I have selected all the text, these 3 things, this whole thing will be deleted by backspace. If I have selected, so it will be appearing like this. So if I am pressing backspace, then whole thing will be deleted in one go. So this is the way it is showing selected text. So all the things will be deleted. Delete. Delete is delete the text after the cursor. So deleting the text after the cursor. Okay. Now we'll be moving to mouse. We'll be studying about mouse. Mouse is not that normal mouse, but it is, we are discussing about computer mouse. Okay. So you must not be confused with the normal mouse which is in our house, but this is the computer mouse which we are using. So mouse is basically, it is an input device. It is an input device. You must have seen that in the mouse. It is an input device. Input device means it is connected to the computer and you are giving instruction to the computer by pressing the button. Okay, this is mouse. So it has two buttons. This is left click, this is right click, and this is scroll button. So it is mouse. So we are using mouse, and these are the three things. These are two buttons and one scroll wheel, with the help of which we are moving up or down the page in a monitor. If you want to view the things which are up or down, so you are using scroll wheel. This is the wheel which I am rotating just now, right now, and this is left click. Left side means click or left click. I am saying means when you are pressing this button, left button, that is known as left click. So I am pressing left button, this is known as left click. If I am pressing left button twice, so this is known as double click. Double click means pressing left button twice. And this is pressing right button. Right button, this is right button, pressing once. So this is known as right click. Now drag and drop. We'll be studying about drag and drop. What we understand by drag and drop? By using drag and drop. Drag and drop means you have to move one object. If I am having one object here, and you have to move it, this object, to this place. So we'll be using the mouse. With the help of mouse, we'll be moving it. So click on the object you want to move. Click means left click. So I'll be pressing here left click, and then you have to drag the mouse. Mouse button we have to press only. It has to be remaining pressed, and now you have to drag the mouse, and you have to keep moving to the location you want, the desired location. So when you reach the desired location, then you release the left button. So it is getting moved from this position to this position. This object is getting moved from this position to this position. So that is the way, that is known as drag and drop. Means moving an object from one place to another. That is known as drag and drop. Okay. Okay. Printer. Printer is an output device. So the use of printer is that it helps you to take printout of the work. Means the output is generated in the form of paper. It is available in paper. That it is prints the output of your work on paper. It is getting displayed on the paper. That whatever things which is displayed on the monitor, you are taking printout with the help of a printer on paper. So that is the use of printer. Now modem. Modem connects one computer to another computer or other computers. I can say one computer to other computers to share informations. Means if I wanted to share my information, so I would be connecting to the other computers. So my information will be shared to the other computers. So that is the use of modem. With the help of modem. CD and DVD. So CD is compact disc. Compact disc is also, it is stores information. It is used to store information. And outside a computer, outside the computer means it is an external device. External device means we are actually placing or we are mounting on the computer or the CPU with the help of USB port. So that is known as, I'm sorry, that is not a USB port. That is, we are using the writer or DVD drive with our CD drive. With the help of that only we are mounting the CD, or we are placing the CD, and that is reading, or that is giving the reading, and that in that we can store the books, songs and pictures. And CD is used to store large amount of data, but a DVD is also a larger size, and the size of the DVD is very high. It is about 4.7 GB. So it is having about 4.7 GB, and it can store much more amount of data, and it can store high quality data. And nowadays we are using one more type of disk, that is Blu-ray disk. So that is also, it is storing some more amount of, and that is used for storing much more amount of data than compared to DVD and CD. So that is also giving much higher quality. So up to that. So we'll be discussing about one of the most common device which we are using, that is pen drive. Pen drive, all must be knowing, that is light and it is portable. We can carry it from one place to another. That's why we are using lightweight and handy storage device. It is very useful source. We are using day to day. We are having different sizes of pen drive, depending upon the capacity or depending upon the data you want to store. So that we are using pen drive. So how we are using or how the pen drive is working? You have to plug in the USB port, and with the help of that you can simply store the data in it by just moving the files from computer to the pen drive. Okay, so now we'll be studying about software. As the what we have discussed about reference to hardware, now we'll be discussing about software. Software refers to the set of programs that tells the computer what to do. Means it tells the hardware what action has to be performed. So that is the work of software. Refers to the set of programs. Programs, that is set of instructions that is given to the computer to do a particular task. So it is divided into two parts. One is operating system software, another is application software. So these are the two types of software: operating system software and application software. So operating system software is main software. It helps computer to perform all its important tasks. Without operating system would not be able to run any kind of software. If no operating system is there, means you cannot run any kind of software. So some of the examples of operating system are Windows 7, Mac OS, Windows Vista, and it is Windows 8.1, Windows 10. So these are the examples, and previously it was Windows 95, 98, 2000. So these are the examples of operating system. Without operating system you can't run any kind of software. So it is the main software. With the help of operating system only you can assign any type of task. Means it is the basic program which has to be run first. Means it has to be started first. Means it is the opening screen. Means if it is open, then all the tasks will be performed. Okay. Now we'll be discussing about application software. Application software helps you to perform specific task or application on a computer. It helps you to perform specific, means the desired task, the task which you want to perform. Means if you want to write something, or if you want to use write, or you want to type something, or you want to edit something, or if you want to change the style of the format, if this is written, if you want to change in green color. So that is the way of using format. So we are using two softwares for that: MS Word, Apache OpenOffice, and many more softwares are there. That is known as editor. That is used to write. We are able to type. Write means type, or edit. Edit means you are able to change the thing which has been already written, or some spelling mistake is there. Then you can change the document or change the spelling. So that is known as edit. Or you want to add something, that is known as edit. Format means if you want to change the style of handwriting, that is known as format. Or if you want to underline something, or if you want that your document should be looking more beautiful, so that is the way of formatting. It should appear in green color, so that is known as formatting. MS Paint is also create designs and artwork. It is used to create designs, or we are able to draw cartoons and all in MS Paint. Some other application softwares are also there. MS Excel, MS PowerPoint perform specific tasks. PowerPoint is used to draw or make presentation. MS Excel is used to perform specific Excel. We are able to store many type of data. Okay. Difference between hardware and software. So hardware is basically comprises of the parts that can be touched or we can see it. That is defining hardware. And software comprises of the set of programs which is stored on a device such as CD or pen drive and it cannot be touched. So that is known as software. And hardware, you can touch or you can see. It processes the instruction. Second point is the hardware is that it processes the instruction in the software and makes the output available in the screen or in the form of printed page. So that is processes the instruction in the software and makes the output available. Set of instruction to be performed by computer. That is software. So that is set of instruction to be performed by computer. Now third point is the examples of hardware. Hardware, many examples are there. We have studied also. One such example is mouse, keyboard, CPU, and we can have printer also. That is also one of the examples, and many more examples are there. And in Windows software, many examples are there. Windows operating system, Mac OS, MS Word, MS Paint, MS Excel, MS Access, and many more examples are there. Okay, so up to now we have studied about the differences of between hardware and software. So this is the end of the chapter. So we'll be discussing the question answer in the next class. Hope you should have you will be doing exercise 1, and now we'll be doing the exercise 2, and the queries related to this you can ask in the next class. Okay, thank you.